What's up, crypto world? My name's Yosef, aka Crypto Yosef, and my voice is still kind of gone. It's a little bit better, but we're gonna be talking about Icon again because I see something awesome happening with Icon, and plus, guess what happened? The last call I made right here, literally on the dot, like 100% on the dot. Like I said, it would land right here, and it landed right there. I even measured out the percent gains you would get if you bought in at when I was telling you guys in the video, or if you guys waited for confirmation. If you were to put your buy order in here, right, you would get about 15%. So if you look here, we have landed okay, so if we look here, guys, right here, that yellow line, right, you remember last video, the yellow line right there, that's where I drew my red line going to. Well, where did we land, see resistance, and now we're seeing that downtrend, that yellow line. So I called the guys completely on the dot. So if you were to follow my call, you would have made some profits, and if you were to listen to me when I said put the buy order in now, you would have had about 16% gains, right, instead of 10%. But it's better to buy on or you'd have actually a little bit more. But the thing is that sometimes it is better to buy on confirmations because, you know, you're getting confirmed gains in a way, right? Because chart patterns work like that. So I'm not going to ramble on like crazy, but before I do get into this video, I want you guys to follow me on Twitter. It's in the link in the description. You just open up the description, follow our Twitter, click that link, and it'll take you to my Twitter, and just click that follow button. I tweet out a lot of things here, and as you guys can see, I said looks like something big on Icon's about to happen again. So I asked for 10 likes, you guys gave it to me, and I'm here making the Icon video again. And the reason why I like ask for likes on my tweet is obviously because it helps me grow. Like, because some of you guys retweet it, and then it helps me kind of like get more followers, and I really do want to have a big platform on Twitter, because that's really where technical analysis is at. People just like to follow them on Twitter because not everyone wants to watch a video of technical analysis. Some people just want to know like when to get gains, but the people who watch videos obviously become more educated. So thank you for watching the video, because you're actually trying to understand technical analysis rather than sort of following it like a blind sheep. Because there's some, I'm not going to call out any YouTubers, but there's some YouTubers who just like blindly claim they know what they're talking about, and it irritates me. But obviously I'm not going to call anyone out or throw any shade, although I kind of am. When people follow these people like blind sheep and they have no idea what they're talking about, they just have a big following, so people just listen to them. And it's just like, why? No. I don't know. I'm not going to ramble on about that. You guys are here for the Icon technical analysis, so that's what I'm going to give you guys. And like I said, I'm sorry I'm losing my voice a little bit, so I might sound a little bit different. So let me show you guys what I see. You guys might see something different, and you guys can argue some things, but this is just my perspective, and this is how I see this developing. So looking at Icon, we saw this, okay? So see this right here? This was a cup and handle, right? I called this cup and handle. You see it bounce off that neckline. Find that bounce right here off this resistance. There was also an EMA it touched, and then it ran back up and it broke to that yellow line, just like I said in my last video. You guys can watch it, my Icon video. I called it on the dot, literally on the dot. I said it would land here, and that was it, and it landed right there. If you were to set your buy or your sell order right there, you would have made the most profit. And obviously sometimes you don't pay attention to your chart, but you still got profit, right? At the end of the day, everyone here got profit if they listen to that call. Obviously I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing and educating my technical analysis with you guys here. So what I see happening now is we will see another cup and handle. That's what I see. I see another cup and handle forming. And I mentioned this in the last video. I said we have a cup and handle here, and we have a cup and handle here. And it makes sense now. So we're seeing the same concept. So you see how like the top of the cup and handle was formed here, and it hit that resistance, touched it with a wick, and now it's on a downtrend. It's gonna, so where I see this possibly landing, there's a couple places. So if we were to, let me just get a little marker here. So if we were to draw out the EMA, it'd probably draw out like that, something like that, or it might pan a little bit like this. It might go like that, or it might go something like that. All right, and what that means is these sticks right here would come down like this, and either they will bounce within, not this, hold on, it'll come down like this. So it'll either come here, oh, Oh my gosh. Okay, so it'll either come here and you'll bounce right here. So putting in a buy order within this range right here of the 4,400 sorry guys, to the 4,200 range. Obviously, if you want to maximize your profit and you really want to pay attention to it, you know, putting in a buy order at 4,200 is a lot more profitable, but you don't know how guaranteed that is. But I'm going to be looking at these charts really intensely to try to get my best opportunity. I'll probably portion out my purchases like a well-seasoned trader would do, just to be smart. Obviously, sometimes people want to be risky and get the most profit and just have a pure buy order right here. But you know, you kind of want to balance it out. You want to put a buy order, your first buy order here, and kind of weigh out the percentages. So you can kind of average out at 4,300. That's probably the best place to put your buy order in, like 4,300. You're gonna get you're probably gonna definitely get your purchase in before it goes back up. So, or it might run down here, right? So I might either come down just to 4,300 and then bounce, or it might come down to the 4,200, and then after that it would bounce. And obviously when it bounces, we would see some green action. So it bounces here and we'd run up. So there's a couple places you can run up, right? We can argue a couple places on this. So you could argue just 5,600. I want to argue somewhere between 6,000 to 6,500, but this window is huge. And the thing is, I feel like this breakout has a lot more momentum than this first little breakout, right? So I don't think, I mean, obviously you're more likely to get this one, right? But I don't know if this is going to be the end of this run. I feel like this run's going to break a little bit harder than the last run we had, and it might break completely up to here. It makes a lot of sense as well because there's two retracements lining up here. There's the golden ratio as well as the 162% retracement from just a different Fibonacci retracement. If you were just do this top and bottom rather than the big top and bottom that you can always play just to sort of see where the market is, right? So that's sort of what I see, and that's how I am predicting this and forecasting this. Some people can argue, look, maybe we're not done. I mean, look at the MACD, right? They could be like, look at the MACD. We're not done. We can keep going. Look at this. But the reason why I think this run is done is because the RSI says, yeah, we're done. That's why when you want to look at oscillators, you want to use multiple. You could use Bollinger Bands. You use momentum. There's a lot of them out there that you can use to sort of confirm with the other one. Because if I was to just go off MACD, I'd be like, yeah, we're not done going up. We're going to keep going up. It's not done yet. But when I look at it with RSI, it's like, okay, maybe it is done. And maybe you'll have a little bit of a correction here. You could look at Scotch RSI that has like a MACD on it. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of oscillators you can use. These are the ones that are really simplified, and I like to use these in my videos because it helps you guys sort of understand in a really simple way, and it's not too complicated to learn or understand. So MACD, pretty simple. You see the blue line, the orange line. Whichever one, if the blue's on top, you're going up. If the orange is on top, you're going down. Pretty simple to look at. You also have the little sticks on the MACD. Usually, if you're on an uptrend, what I've learned is about the fourth stick is where you'd sell. That's usually where I sell on my MACD. That's like, okay, that's where the top is. Sometimes it does like a little curving, and what it's kind of doing here is it curves in and it goes back up. And that's where you get a little bit higher, and you can see that's what happened here. And it made perfect sense. Usually, when you see run-ups, you wanna have a sell on resistance, because resistance, a significant resistance, and Fibonacci retracements are significant resistances. Sometimes they're invisible resistances. In this case, it's not an invisible resistance, because if you look right here, it's like a double top in a way. Obviously, this is a cup and handle forming here, so it's not like a double top. It's not going down, but yeah. So you want to use the history. And that's all you can really use. You use history to predict the future. It makes, like, it's weird, but that's what you do with technical analysis. And also you use patterns, candlesticks, and also I noticed the candlestick pattern here, it says reversal. So it's reversal written all over it. That's why I'm so confident that that's why I took my profits out. And I actually have my profits currently sitting. I moved some more of this. I moved, what did I move? About a little bit more than 50% of my icon. So I have like 40% of what I had before I sold right here. And I moved that into my Ripple holdings right now. So because I feel like Ripple's gonna break out really soon, like within the next 24 hours. Well, Icon's correcting here, and then obviously I'll move some back into Icon, so I have a little bit more power there. And you know, I just like to move around, so I'm always making profits, and you know, it's nice that way, you know, and that's what a trader does. So hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you guys have a bigger understanding of why I see this developing. And let me know if you guys want to learn Fibonacci retracement and Elliott waves. And obviously I'm not using any Elliott waves here. I'm just using Fibonacci retracement, and I'm not even trying to look at it within an Elliott wave perspective, just because it's even more simple that way for you guys. Because I haven't really made a video just dedicated to teaching you guys Elliott wave, although I did, like, I think my first technical analysis on Ripple, I taught everyone Elliott wave. And I might make a video just dedicated to it, so I can have it in the description, so I can reference it in all my videos. Like, hey, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just watch this video. You guys will understand. You know, I might do something like that. I might just make like a lot of videos just trying to teach you guys so you understand some stuff. Obviously, this is a trend line now. This angle, right? This has become a significant trend line. So now it's like a bottom, right? If we were to really go bearish, you can sort of play this as like a bottom in a way. So that's really nice. When you look at patterns, you can see a symmetrical pattern forming. Now it has a resistance line for you, and it's significant. It's a significant trend line now for you, and that's really nice, right? Because now this trend line is significant. It's like a bearish bottom now. So if we were to go bearish, we would sort of depend on this to be a bottom, and if it breaks that, then that would be scary. Also, you can use this ascending line as a bottom as well. So it's really nice how you have these bottoms. So it's like, you can use these symmetrical lines as significant trend lines, and that's what's really beautiful about. There's a lot of like beauty in Fibonacci once you really get it too. It's like, wow, Fibonacci is amazing. It's used in a lot of things. Now I'm kind of rambling on, but I kind of told you guys where I see Icon going. So you would want to look at these Satoshi ranges, right? The 5,500 to the 6,500 range. You want to obviously get your profits when you can. And some people like to be greedy. Some people like to have that holding mentality. I'm looking at this at a pure fundamental view. Of course, Icon actually has some good... I'm looking at this at a pure technical view, not a fundamental view. But Icon has some good fundamentals coming up. So that's why I feel like this break's going to even be much more significant than the one we just saw. And a lot of people were loving these gains. And I call this like 4 days before anyone else who was like a big technical analysis person called it on Twitter. And I get a lot of love for that, and I appreciate that too. So thank you guys. If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and please follow me on Twitter and be active. You know, it helps me out a lot, and it motivates me to do more technical analysis. So I appreciate all the activity and love on Twitter. So keep it up, guys. Appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.